Hey guys, how you doing? This is Jason Ramos with Good Vibes Real Estate Solutions, and welcome to another episode of
Chat with Chatto. How you guys doing today? I appreciate you guys coming on and watching our show. This is our second episode, and wanted to follow up because last episode we gave you some action steps that we wanted you to take. Did you take them?
Did you do it? All right, so the action steps for the last video was talking to FSBOs, and we challenged you to call 50 FSBOs. So for all you newbies out there that are looking to get started in this business, you got to take that action. So did you do it?
It's very important because you got to be able to talk to these leads when they come in. You got to be able to talk to people, and you got to be able to ask those questions. Right. So if you didn't do it, strongly suggest you stop, pause the video, save it to next week, go back, get the script, and call those 50 FSBOs before you even move forward, because that's the first thing you need to do. That's the first action step you need to take. But we also want to move forward and let you know what our plan is to teach you how to go about getting started in wholesaling.
Okay. So we get this question all the time, how to get started in wholesaling. And wholesaling, depending on what your goals are, can be a beast. All right. There's so many moving parts. There's acquisitions, there's marketing, there's, managing people, contracts, title companies, so many pieces. So for all you newbies out there, we broke it down into 3 basic steps. So the basic steps are, number 1, education. And that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today. Number 2 is marketing. And number 3 is finally taking action. Putting your boots to the ground and actually doing what you say you're going to do. So that's what we're going to be talking about today is education. So where do you want to start?
Exactly. So starting with education, let's start about, where did I get my education? How did I get started? Where did you get your education, right? So for myself, I was a full-time pharmacist, right? I had a couple rental properties, but that was my main source of income was being a pharmacist, and I was working the overnight shift, and I started listening to a podcast, and that podcast was Sean Terry, Flip to Freedom, and that's where the seed got planted. Where those basic steps got planted, listening to that podcast, and that got me started, and then from there it grew. That led me to meet Mr. Jason.
Yeah. So while he's doing that, I was on the flip side. So I just got recently let go from my job. So he was working full time. He was working a week on, a week off, 12-hour days. I just got let go, and I was getting back into real estate, and I had no money. He had money, but no time. I had no money, all the time in the world. So that's how we got married. That's how we got intertwined into this business. Yep. And we started listening to the Sean Terry podcast. We literally built our entire business based upon the platform that he set up for us. Mm-hmm. So he definitely want to give shout out to Sean Terry and the Flip to Freedom. However, there's other education out there.
Yeah, I mean, that first year, I think we jumped in and we were jumping in the car. We got a rental car and we drove down to, was it Atlanta?
We drove down to Atlanta to one of his Flip to Freedom events, and we were listening to his podcast on the way down there. And it was just amazing being in the network, being with the group. And, we actually done deals with some of the people in there. So
absolutely,
definitely recommend checking him out. There's a bunch of other ones on iTunes, podcasts. So these are the things that you want to start looking for is how to analyze a deal, how to determine your market, how to speak with sellers, how to get the phone ringing and stuff like that. So be addicted to this thing. You got to be online at all times. Like when I first started, it was like 4 or 5 hours every single night. I was on YouTube, downloading the next thing, learning the formula, learning what investors are looking for, mm-hmm. how they analyze their deals. And then if you can mirror that, now you'll be able to bring them something that they actually want. So education is huge.
Absolutely. Another big piece of education are local real estate groups. I got highly involved in the beginning. I got highly involved with SJ which is a local real estate investors association, and getting involved and being one of those people, volunteering, meeting all the people doing the deals, meeting all the cash buyers, because it's very important for me as a wholesaler to know what they're looking for. So meeting all those cash buyers and just getting out there and starting networking. We've done so many deals just through referrals with other people. So that network is huge. So don't overlook that. You need to get out to your local real estate group.
Right. And always be around people that are doing it. So a lot of what you're going to hear from your family, your friends is, that real estate thing, they might have tried it in the past and it didn't work for them, and they're going to talk you out of it. You want to be with like-minded people. So get out to the RIAs And if you want to even go another step further, start your own meetup. And that's what we did. We were brand
Yeah.
new. We were brand new to the business, and it started out with 4 of us in this conference room right here that we're sitting at. It's 4 of us in a room talking about real estate, and it grew to,
Yep.
we have about 25, 30 people on a monthly basis that come. So, and what it does is gives you the authority effect. People look at you as if you're an authority because you're out there, you're putting on education. So definitely get involved. So educate, educate, educate. That's step number 1.
Cool. So we need to give you some action steps for this week, right? We need you to take some action, and we're going to ask you to take some action around education, right? Let me ask you some questions. What is a wholesale deal? What exactly is a wholesale transaction? Do you know? Go figure it out, right? Go find out. Look at some different resources. Figure out exactly what a wholesale transaction is. Go out and see what your local RIAs are. When are they having meetings? Look on Meetup. Are there any meetings coming up locally? Who's wholesaling in your market? Go reach out and try to find these people. Find out where they're congregating. Find out where they're meeting up. You need to get out there and do that.
All right. And then the challenge that we're going to lay down to you is all the questions that you have in real estate, go online and find them. So think of 5 questions that you have that you don't know the answer to, like how to analyze a deal in my market. How do I know if my market is a good market to be in? What are cash buyers looking for? Whatever questions that you have, pick 5 questions and find the answer online, and don't stop until you do. So I guarantee you, once you get into the habit of looking for the information, you're going to be hooked on this thing. So join some podcasts, YouTube videos, and just be addicted to it, and treat this like this is more than just a hobby. This is something that's going to change your life. So that's all we have for you this week.
Absolutely.
So make sure that you do your assignments and go back if you didn't do your 50 FISBOs. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Get them done. Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.